Dare we talk about that Raiders game? Dare we talk about the heartbreak at the end and how bad we looked for most of that game, but then we pulled it out? No, I want to say goodbye to that game. I want to look at the Packers, see if there's a chance that we can bring it around. Aaron Rodgers, Christmas Day. Should we still? It's called I Still Believe in Cleveland, but it's tough right now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm just gonna take that baton right there, right there from you. I mean, honestly, the first thing that came to my mind is I hope that the Packers rest some starters because they clinched the NFC North because it is a joke of a division outside of the Packers. Aaron Rodgers being one of those players because with his hurt toe, unlikely, but that's still my hope. They've showed the ability to go up and down the field against a much better defense than ours and the Ravens. So, I mean, our defense is going to have our hands full. And then obviously whoever's I don't know how many times I said it this year, but whoever's quarterback for the Browns, they're going to have to play well to keep up with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense. So, I don't feel good about the rest of the season. I've kind of, I didn't bring my towel. It's over there, but I was getting ready to toss that towel in. But, I mean, the Browns can really go one of two ways at this point. There's 3 games left that we know of. How will they close their season? Are they going to put up a fight? Are they going to scratch and claw and try to go 3-0 and have 15 things go their way to maybe get in the playoffs? Or are they going to do what they did in the 2019 season and kind of roll over and get steamrolled those last couple games with Freddie Kitchens? I'm really hoping that it's obviously the former. But it's hard to say. I mean, they put up a fight, I guess, last week with a depleted roster. However, they were playing a depleted roster at full strength. So, I don't have a lot of faith in this team right now, especially with who they're playing. So, it's going to be a challenge. I mean, Baker's got that contract kind of, scenario not really. We don't really know what we're going to do next year. If he wants to play well, the last 3 games, great. But there's so many question marks. There's so many negative aspects around the team right now. I don't have a lot of faith and confidence. I hate to say it on this such a positive show, but that's where we're at nowadays.
Teams have been putting up points against the Packers. That is true. Even the Lions putting up, I think, 30 or more points against the Packers. I think we would be pretty happy if we saw a lot of touchdowns. Win or lose, dare I say, Drew, they've got to put up some points this weekend.
I don't know, man. We've been saying that for a while, haven't we? Right? Like, I will say that some positive things from the Raiders game. You can tell this is a team that for what it's worth didn't quit, right? Like they went out and played as hard as they can play. I think that game they had a very depleted roster and guys fought hard for each other the whole game. They got themselves in a position where they had a lead in the game with under 2 minutes left. They punted it away right at the 2-minute warning, and you ask your defense to not give up 45 yards, and it's hard, right? But they couldn't get it done ultimately, and I think that will probably be what finally does this sort of season in for them. Unfortunately, I don't see a way past the Packers. Right? We knew that it had to be 3 of 4 most likely. And when you lose to the Raiders, now you necessitate going into Lambeau Field and coming out of there victorious with a hobbled Myles Garrett, with major question marks at just about every position on offense, the offensive tackles, the quarterback, who's going to play wide receiver. I don't know how you can look at that offense and think that they're due to score some points. They haven't scored many points, though. Something like crazy that I've seen, the Browns have allowed like 17 points or less in like 5 or 6 of their last 7 games. and they've won like one of them or something. It was one or two of those games that they've managed to win. It is shocking almost in this day and age of the NFL to allow that few points and never, almost seemingly never win, right? So I don't have a ton of faith in that. You can start, for my big math degenerates out there, if you want to start talking about the path to winning the division at 9-8. I've looked at that. I'm here for that conversation. If that's what you want to get down on, we're rooting for the Bengals this week. If you're going that route, so dig into that. You're rooting for the Bengals to beat the Ravens this weekend.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see what happens this week. Hopefully we have Jedrick Wills back. I think this entire season has been impacted by some injuries on the offensive line. Hopefully we have Baker back to a last hurrah here as he is fighting for what his future is in Cleveland. He'll be back next year. I think that's for sure, but he's got to win back this team. He's got to win back a lot of minds that he is the franchise quarterback. How many games have we said this for? I am looking at Baker to have a big game. He's got to get on that field, have a big game, and, we'll see what happens. A big Christmas present, the Browns over the Packers.